Um, Family, I just kind of woke up some kind of groggy. Plus, I'm in pain a little bit I got some wisdom teeth that got to be pulled out. I got TMJ, so I got a little bit of lockjaw, some ear pain. It's even bothering my head and my throat on the left side, but God will get me through that. I came on here because I want y'all to go check out Paul Tachie's video. Go subscribe to him if you want to. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put the link in his description box. Me and this guy sometimes don't get along from the beginning of the. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I don't know. He's from another country, so maybe our communication is, I don't know. But he said something about my video, like about my Nike video, the one that I took down. But neither here nor there. I believe in giving credit where credit is due. How do I get this guy's matter of fact, let's just play this video and get the link out of here, and you guys can just subscribe to him from there. But
How do you beat down?
oh, I don't know if you guys remember Wassam. I remember him. He was Lebanon. I remember him. I didn't know he died. I found out through Paul Tachie, and that's his voice that he's using in the background of this video, because Wassam has some great videos too. But I'm gonna include the description in the box.
I'm about to cross. I get one from here, one from there. All the busyness happens again around me. So, guys, you have to get rid of your microchip, because it's the only thing that's drawing this negative energy towards you from these negative people.
I don't know about no microchip. Like, how do we get rid of a microchip? I don't believe I was microchipped. I have had blood work done. I do remember this girl using a big syringe on me to draw my blood. She said they were out of the smaller syringes. I noticed it because when she stuck my arm, it hurted bad. And when I looked at her, she looked really evil. Like she was doing something, and like she was trying to figure out if I noticed, if she was doing something to me. And ever since then, I've been stalked. That was in 2000 and what year was this? That was in 2014, 2015. Yeah, when this girl did this to me on one of them hood clinics. I believe it's the nanodust. I believe it's the stuff that's coming off the chemtrails is what I believe. And they pick up on your aura. That's how they know, you're not one of them. Because I don't honestly believe I was microchipped. I definitely know that they're attached to me in some type of way. But I won't play him long, but go check him out. That's not the real reason, the prime reason why I even made this video. But go check him out. The reason why I made this video was because, let's see here. I made this video. You can even go check out, even though I don't really mess with Bree like that, but I give credit where credit is due. Like I say, I don't believe in everything that he be saying, but as far as like the truth, stuff that be going on, he be telling the truth. He even made a video about Illinois passing a law.
Georgia Power has invested nearly 10.
Y'all can go check him out too. New Breed, Illinois passes a real Purge law. But I want you to see the Illinois Purge law, what they say they doing now. Check this out.
At Mattress City on Veterans Parkway next to Winn-Dixie, we sell high-quality mattresses. That way...
Starting in January, a new law will go into effect in Illinois called the Safety Act. Part of it eliminates cash bail for most offenses. Today, the Winnebago County State's Attorney says around 400 inmates at the county jail will be released. Under the new law, people arrested for many criminal cases, including battery, robbery, and vehicular homicide, cannot be detained no matter the severity of the crime. Unless there is evidence, they're a flight risk, and a judge.
I'm sitting outside on my porch, so there are some disturbances. They've been gang stalking the shit out of me all day. I guess today is 9/11, right? So they've been, man, as soon as I open my eyes, they've been gunning these cars, loud pipes. It's been all kind of noise, but I don't know, I just been ignoring it because, like, I had my recorder on, that didn't stop them. They still was doing shit. I mean, it's evidence. Now I'm out of room on my storage, on my tablet. So I guess they're just trying to disturb my video. But yeah, let me go ahead.
Can only detain someone for murder and armed robbery if there is a real and present threat to the safety of the community. Jay Hanley and other states' attorneys around Illinois are asking to tweak the law and allow judges to use their discretion in all cases. The Safety Act passed in 2021, and many Republicans have been trying to make changes to it, including Darren Bailey. Bailey continues to promise a repeal of the Safety Act if he's elected governor. It's a move that would be unlikely even if he won, since it would require the House and Senate to flip, and Democrats hold supermajorities in both chambers. The bill's sponsors are saying the conversation around the Safety Act is not happening in good faith.
I think if we're going to have conversations about public safety, then we should actually engage on the history of people like Darren Bailey, who've done a really bad job around public safety.
We will repeal the Safety Act, and we will reinstate cash bail everywhere, all across the state. We will repeal limits. We will repeal limits on pre-trial.
He running for office. I understand all that, but look, let me see. I don't really know exactly where I put the video, but I sent it to my brother and my dad. Let's go ahead and I'll pull it up. Let me see. It was this one. That's Frisker. That's the Illinois governor. His fat ass. Frisker signs criminal justice reform bill that would end cash bail. Where the video at? Where's the video? I thought I sent them a video. I'm telling you, every time you want to make something, it's a problem. Maybe it was this one.
Petconomics Savings Lesson 58. At Petco, you can shower your pet in care while showering yourself in savings. Vital Care by Petco lets you care for your pet all in one place and save money while doing it.
What the hell? I'm sorry, y'all.
Petco.
I don't want Petco.
Healthier pet?
January 1st in Illinois is set to eliminate cash bail.
You hear how loud it got? All the slamming doors and screaming. Loud talking. Dog barking.
The cash bail system, but Southern Illinois lawmakers and law enforcement say it could make communities more dangerous. Colin Bailey reports.
I believe the elimination of cash bail, particularly as it's written in the Safety Act, will reduce public safety and lead to more crime, particularly violent crime in Illinois.
Former state's attorney and current 118th District State Representative Patrick Windhorst tells me he voted against this bill when it came about. Windhorst says he was one of the leading voices against the Illinois Safety Act, legislation aimed at overhauling the state's criminal justice system.
I know in talking with prosecutors and law enforcement officers, they're really concerned that the public is going to point the finger at them and say, okay, why aren't you doing more about these offenses? And with this major change in the law beginning January 1st, a lot of their ability to do their jobs has been restrained.
And like Windhorst says, local officers like the Johnson County Sheriff agree with Windhorst.
Anyone sitting in jail right now with all these pending charges, they're going to be let out. The gates are open and they're going to be let out in the streets.
The bill passed with the support of upstate lawmakers. Proponents of the law say it's wrong to keep people locked up simply because they can't afford bail. According to Johnson County Sheriff Peter Sobchak, fewer suspects will end up going to jail. Only suspects involved in specific deadly threats could be held.
So it's really taking the hands out of the police even arresting people. We're going to end up calling someone saying, can we arrest them? Just because of the liability, if you take someone into custody and it doesn't meet all the criteria, well, then you could get in trouble.
Sobchak isn't clear on how the law will be implemented. Representative Windhorst lists the offenses that won't involve detention before going to trial.
So there are a whole list of violent crimes, burglary, robbery, arson, kidnapping, almost all drug offenses. We've all even drug distribution, DUI offenses, even DUI offenses involving fatality that do not qualify for detention under Illinois Safety Act. To me, that's going to mean a lot of individuals.
You hear that shit? You can basically kill somebody with your car and not go to jail. They'll write you a ticket and ask you to come back to court. Nobody goes to jail anymore. Arson, nobody goes to jail anymore. And one of these videos, let me see. In one of these videos I heard, like, you can't get locked up for going on somebody's property. You could basically go hide in somebody's shed on their property and there's nothing that the police could do about it. That's basically going to be left up to you to take care of that. So by this happening, I feel like they've made this law into place to make it easier for people to gang stalk and harass you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I sent another video. Let me see what this. Let me hear this.
Want to watch Meerkats without the ads?
Oh, am I an ad?
Get YouTube Premium. All YouTube, no interruptions.
Starting in January, a new law will go into effect in Illinois called the Safety Act. Part of it eliminates cash bail for most offenses. Today, the Winnebago County State's Attorney says around 400 inmates at the county jail will be released. Under the new law, people arrested for many criminal cases, including battery, robbery, and vehicular homicide, cannot be detained no matter the severity of the crime. Unless there is evidence, they're a flight risk, and a judge can only detain someone for murder and armed robbery if there is a real and present threat to the safety of the community.
If there is a real threat to the safety, who determines the if? They say the judges. Y'all already know these judges is plugged in with this gang stalking system. So they'll lock somebody like us up for defending our rights, but they'll let somebody like them go. You see how it's a gray area? This is set up. It's like they say it's the real purge. Man, I do not have a weapon. I do not live in Illinois. I moved for this reason. It was already bad. They was already getting away with bullshit in Illinois. But I feel like, you know, if Illinois doing this, other states probably gonna follow. You know, you probably got other states who will follow. You know, Illinois is also a blue state. You know, all these blue states are very loosey-goosey. They far right. You know, there's no medium with them. They're Kim Fox and Kwame. They're all about they try to make it seem like, you know, white people can get out or whatever, they got the money, but black people get locked up for small things, and they're trying to make it seem like it's an unfair system. You know, no, you don't have the money to bail out. Sit your ass there, because if you getting bailed out if they letting you out for free and there's no money on the books, there's no guarantee you gonna come to court. That's why ain't nobody getting caught for these murders. They not even trying to catch them. They harassing people for small, tiny stuff. Do you know that Chicago only solved 17% of their homicides? And you see how many homicides is going on up there. So that's a real small percentage. Yeah.
Community. Jay Hanley and other states' attorneys around Illinois are asking to tweak the law and allow judges to use their discretion in all cases. The Safety Act passed in 2021. And many Republicans have been trying to make changes to it, including Darren Bailey. Bailey continues to promise a repeal of the Safety Act if he's elected governor. It's a move that would be unlikely even if he won, since it would require the House and Senate to flip, and Democrats hold supermajorities in both chambers. The bill's sponsors are saying the conversation around the Safety Act is not happening in good faith.
I think if we're going to have conversations about public safety, then we should actually engage on the history of people like Darren Bailey, who've done a really bad job around public safety.
We will repeal the safety.
We saw that already. What else I want to show y'all? It was another video too. Let me go to my friend. Maybe I'll just send it to them. Here go the plane. I don't got the video on, but it's gonna fly right over my head. Like I said, I'm sitting on the porch. I'm getting all types of things coming at me right now, sitting on the porch. I'm right here, sitting on the side of the house.
January 1st in Illinois is set to eliminate the cash bail system, but Southern Illinois lawmakers and law enforcement say it could make communities more dangerous. Colin Bailey reports.
I believe the elimination of cash bail, particularly as it's written in the Safety Act, will reduce public safety and lead to more crime, particularly violent crime in Illinois.
Former state's attorney and current 118th District State Representative Patrick Windhorst tells me he voted against this bill when it came about. Windhorst says he was one of the leading voices against the Illinois Safety Act, legislation aimed at overhauling the state's criminal justice system.
No, in talking with prosecutors and law enforcement officers, they're really concerned that the public is going to point the finger at them and say, okay, why aren't you doing more about these offenses? And with this major change in the law beginning January 1st, a lot of their ability to do their jobs has been restrained.
And like Windhorst says, local officers like the Johnson County Sheriff agree with Windhorst.
Anyone sitting in jail right now with all these pending charges, they're gonna be let out. The gates are open, they're gonna be let out in the streets.
The bill passed with the support of upstate lawmakers. Proponents of the law say it's wrong to keep people locked up simply because they can't afford bail. According to Johnson County Sheriff Peter Sobchak, fewer suspects will end up going to jail. Only suspects involved in specific deadly threats could be held.
So it's really taking the hands out of the police even arresting people. We're gonna end up calling someone saying, can we arrest them? Just because of liability, if you take someone into custody and it doesn't meet all the criteria, well, then you could get in trouble.
Sobchak isn't clear on how the law will be implemented. Representative Windhorst lists the offenses that won't involve detention before going to trial.
So there are a whole list of violent crimes: burglary, robbery, arson, kidnapping, almost all drug offenses. We've all even drug distribution, DUI offenses, even DUI offenses involving fatality, that do not qualify for detention under the Illinois Safety Act. To me, that's going to mean a lot of individuals are committing crimes and being released, if not immediately, within a couple days.
In Southern Illinois, Colin Bailey, Live Local Now, Heartland News.
Illinois is the first state in the country to abolish cash bail.
That still ain't the one that I wanted y'all to see. Kim Fox, where is it? Red and black truck riding past, black truck with red features on it, red rims and shit. I guess they didn't show it, but that's cool, whatever. What else I was gonna tell y'all? I mean, just on a lighter note. Well, this ain't even a lighter note.
Go, go, go.
15-year-old Marion Jones may be the fastest teenager in America. And 9-year-old Serena Williams is one of the best preteen tennis players in the country. The two California girls are considered hot prospects to make big bucks in professional sports, and they know it.
Monica Seles, she's a great player, and she's #1 now.
This is my opinion, but there is no black girl voice that's at 9 talks that deep. I've always felt like Serena and Venus were boys. This is a boy. I know they try to mock us and say that, you know, black people look like monkeys. And, you know, Serena and Venus were not really attractive. You know, but I try not to judge off of their looks. But just look at the skull. They skull and their mouth, their teeth. You know, it's nothing. They're not feminine, big jawline. Like, these are boys. This right here, that's a little boy. Just take the hair away, look at the face. That's a boy. I'd never. That's the reason why you think Serena been able to go so long, been able to have this long journey of championships, just like that swimmer who changed herself from a girl to from a boy to a girl. You was over there at 500 place. You was way low down on the totem pole when you was swimming against other men. But when you decided to become a so-called quote-unquote transgender and say that you a girl, now you over here in the girl sports dominating. Now you number one in everything. Same thing with Serena and Venus. Serena, to her competition was her sister. You know, of course, one boy was better than the other boy, but they were still at the top. These are boys. These are boys. I was so fucking happy when Serena retired. Bye. Now maybe a real girl could fucking win, but I won't even say a real girl could fucking win because they ain't gonna do nothing but put another boy in place. I don't know if y'all know about the tennis player who was also a male but changed himself to a woman. I think this was back in the 70s and 80s. I can't think of his name. Y'all can look him up, but if you don't believe me, and he started winning. It's the same situation except the dad didn't never admit that these was actually boys. They just went on throughout their life acting like they was girls. He went on portraying them like they was girls, raising them like they was girls. The tennis what am I trying to say? The tennis, I guess they got a board of directors. They were constantly asking this girl, Serena, to submit. Basically wanted to take a blood test to see if this person was taking, enhancing drugs like steroids or nothing. Why don't you test them for testosterone? That testosterone is what's really high. Like that's the drug in them. It's not a drug, but I'm saying that's why they seem to dominate everything. Come on now, they knew something was fishy too. That's why they kept asking them to submit blood tests. They knew something was weird, but they didn't submit something for hormones. That is a boy. This is a boy, Damon.
And she's only 16. She's the youngest number one. So I want to make a record just like she did, like be number one, like 15 or something.
Open the stand. Right there, straight through. There you go. That's great.
Serena's current coach.
That's how hard a 9-year-old hit the ball. It's disgusting. I'm so ready to go home and get up off this planet, man. I just really, and I know y'all probably at that point too. We're very meek, we hold back, but we ain't taking no shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go ahead. I'm in the state of Georgia. They changed the law here where you don't even need a FOIA card. I mean, not a FOIA card, but you don't need a weapons card anymore to carry your gun. You could just go buy one. You no longer need it. You just go buy it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me a little something. My brother stocked up. He got AK-47s, AR-15s. He got all types of 9mm Berettas. He got all guns all over his house. So he got lots and lots and lots and lots of rounds of bullets. My brother been ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me a little something. Just because these motherfuckers gonna try you, man. Just after the queen done passed, I just feel like it's a change in the air. I feel like, they study. We can't get rid of Obama and Michelle Obama. I ain't seen no other president and first lady talked about and revered as much as them. I understand it was the first African American president and first lady, but I mean, come on now. I just feel like it's the reason why they try to make it seem like, it's because they're black. No, it's not because they're black. It's because they're the most wicked. I did vote for Obama both terms, but second term I didn't really want to vote for him, but I did anyway. I couldn't put my finger on why. I guess I felt like he hadn't done nothing for us, and I'm like, maybe if we vote him in again a second, maybe he didn't get a chance to do it in the first term. Maybe he'll talk about reparations, but all he gave a fuck about was the gays. He didn't get nobody rights but the gays. So he didn't do nothing for black people. So, I don't know. I'm just babbling or whatever. I'm also stating the Act of 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not including the links to these news links. Oh, this paint is messing with me. I'm not including the link to these news links, but I will include the link to, you know, Paul Tachie's video. So y'all maybe can go check him out and go subscribe to him. Yeah, this is just stuff I want to talk about. Alright, I'm gonna end it here.